one of the companies that has been getting a tremendous amount of growth and attention lately is this space company called BlackSky. BlackSky, we could head over to our space stocks here, and I'm going to leave a link actually at the end of this video. You can go check it out, our top 5 space stocks here, and you can also screenshot it and see it here. But we came in here with number 3, which was BlackSky, which was interesting. We're kind of looking at the overall direction of the company. If you go back a few months here, you can kind of see this overall direction with BlackSky. Since their IPO, they sold off tremendously, but then recently they've been consolidating and slightly declining in price from left to right since 2022. Now they recently made a big run up to $21, which was one of the biggest runs since IPO. And then they sold back down in April. So that was a run in February. They sold back down in April here to about $6. And then over the course of the last month, we've seen them surge about 85%. So what we're seeing now is a little bit on the overbought side in the RSI MACD there, but this is the type of swing that does take place occasionally where it swings the rest of the way in this overall trend up into this range, which would be about continuation of 50% to previous high there, about 100% margin for profit. So why BlackSky? Well, the space market has been growing fast, and it's because it's one of, by principle, the most technologically advanced sectors of the world. A lot of the technology we have in our hands and around us today actually comes from developments of us pushing the frontiers of our technological knowledge. And most of that frontier has been happening in AI for sure, and quantum computing. And then one of the other ones is definitely space. So space tech is a focus. It's a growing market. We recently were able to, in the last few months, head over to this event here, the space symposium, and meet all the space companies and get sponsored. And as it was sponsored by SpaceX, we got this media pass, a $2,500 value for free. And check it out. It's got media, it's got our company there, and it's all because of you guys here on YouTube. I just want to say thank you guys. I don't know what we're doing. I think we do know what we're doing actually for 20,000 subscribers, but we're, as of June 1st, 2025, about 500 subscribers away. Now, I want you to know, I don't see it as just a number, but I do see it as a growth we're on, in a road that we are on this road, the train to 100,000 subscribers. And I can't thank you enough, and I appreciate you all so much. And I hope that you have a great week this week, and this analysis helps you to be able to have a better understanding of whether or not BlackSky is a good investment from a tech perspective, from a chart perspective, and then from a financial perspective. So when it comes to BlackSky, as we said, we're going to end here on the margin for profit in that third step. But the first step, the space market is growing tremendously, and we could look forward to more growth. I'm running this video, or at least our setup, on Starlink right now, which is space tech. We have space tech constantly innovating and growing, and the investments, at least SpaceX, has grown to a market cap of over $250 billion. So it is growing fast. And the reason why is because it's a new frontier, it's new property, it's potentially exploration into other planets, or maybe you could do asteroid mining and have unlimited sources of gold or resources that will help us technologically advance. There's so many reasons why space is the frontier. But as we're looking at that, the second key is looking at this company's news, their financials. So let's kind of jump in here. We got BlackSky from their website. They have some focus on using AI, which is interesting because, a lot of people were saying, well, you titled your top 5 stocks in space titled AI profits. That's because a lot of these companies are actually using AI with their space tech. So pretty good example here would be that you can kind of look at these images, but they have space-based insights for strategic decisions with intuitive user interface, on-demand imagery, and AI-enabled analytics. BlackSky's spectra platform provides users with ground truth at sites of interest around the globe. So I'm actually going to kind of look at these, but you can see via satellite, they're very much in the satellite space. And in fact, if you go over to Rocket Lab and you look at Rocket Lab's missions, they're an end-to-end space company, and their next mission is right here with BlackSky. You could see the mission will launch the next of BlackSky's Gen 3 satellites. So when we go back to BlackSky, this Gen 3 satellite, what does it do? Well, take a look. If you can see this image here, I don't know how easy it is to see. I don't know if I can zoom in or what that looks like there. Maybe I can zoom in. Kind of, not really. It just made the text bigger. That's okay. We're on a new browser here. But you see all these blue turquoise dots? Those are actually cars that are being tracked. You see all these blue outlines of these different vehicles? Those are boats that are being tracked. That's right. This is something that governments are using. It gains foresight into changing national security and economic conditions. It can even have a look at tracking, for example, aircrafts, heat signatures. It can understand what's happening next from a lot of different perspectives. And it uses AI along with that to inform different sectors or agencies or companies that they work with. So very fascinating. You also, I mean, I'm sure this tech has been out for a while, but I don't know if it's ever been um, public, like that we could see how good it's getting and how HD these images look. Like I'm pretty sure it would be able to do facial recognition on people down here. And there's the Louvre. One time I actually was here. It was 2019. I was standing right here. Really cool. Got to go see the Mona Lisa. When I went there, it seemed like there was a lot more people. But there are some people there. Then you got or what is that? Japan. You have all of these different pictures of that they're basically showing that they can track and have aerial, and the images are highly HD, super HD images. There's a Grand Mosque there in Saudi Arabia. That's pretty amazing looking. So the reality is they have these this technology with these satellites that puts them in a unique position to secure not just commercial, but also some government's contracts. And so you can see some of the images. They just started releasing some of their images here towards the end of 2020 or beginning of 2025. Their partnerships are expanding with other countries. They have $100 million defense contract there. So they got contracts really in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And you can see here is a Gen 2 capabilities. This contract is with an unnamed strategic international defense partner for real-time space data. So, some of them, you don't actually get the announcement, but I assume this article, even though it's not directly from them, is legit as they posted it on their own website. So I believe it is accurate. You got U.S. intelligence selecting them. You even have some of their articles going kind of viral because of the detail of the type of images that they release. So they also have their team. You can kind of see what that looks like and their company. And I was able to see and meet some of their team over in that space symposium event in Colorado Springs. I could say it seemed like they were pretty on top of things, and their public relations seemed to be very, very good as well. So you can see more on their website, but they got trusted mission partners with Department of Defense, NASA, and you have Air Force Research Laboratory, and you have a lot more agencies there as well. So when it comes to that paired with, then we kind of take a look at their financials. So I think it's BKSY stock here. We can actually see their recent earnings came in net income negative 12 million, but their revenue was up and they beat both their earnings per share and revenue. But let's take a look. Market cap's under 500 million, so they're still pretty small. Then we take a look over at, let's actually look at the Google Finance real quick. Let's actually see what their assets and liabilities look like. They increased their revenue there, and their net income has been holding pretty steady. And overall, they're seeing, looks like annually, they're seeing increases in their revenue year over year, and decreases in the net income margins there, so becoming more profitable. And year over year change in revenue is up 21%, and net income's up 18%. Now, one thing to consider too is their balance sheet. They've really started to kick in. So this is a chart that shows their total assets and their total liabilities, the liabilities being the orange. So quarter over quarter, up until recently, their total assets seem to be at an all-time high of about 284 million, and their total liabilities have gone up too. They look like they're maybe at an all-time high there as well. Maybe not all-time high. 2021 they had some good fluctuations there, but you could see their second. They're in a pretty good position. They are seeming to have a fairly cleaned up balance sheet as well. So from a financial perspective, we like to see it. Their market cap's extremely low for the type of technology. $350 million market cap, and they have partnerships in the hundreds of millions. That's tremendous. So what we could look forward to with BlackSky is potentially more validation of this $9 to $10 range right here. And if it does maybe dip down at market open and maybe we see that opportunity present itself, we may trade it tomorrow in our market live session. If you guys want to be there and watch me trade live every day, Monday through Friday, and surround yourself with like-minded individuals, it's the second link in the description to join. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.